Good morning, everyone. In the previous video, we discussed an introduction to the risk measurement and we discussed the standard deviation method which can be used to calculate the unsystematic risk which can be diversified and controlled. In this video, we are going to see an introduction to the topic measurement of systematic risk. We know about systematic risk. Systematic risk are those risks which cannot be controlled, which cannot be diversified, and that's created because of the factors which comes outside the company or a firm. Even though the systematic risk cannot be controlled, it is very important to know the element of systematic risk that is present in each and every investment, because as per the risk return trade off, the greater risk that we are accepting, then definitely we need to get greater return. So it is very important to know the amount of systematic risk present in an investment. Then only we can have a clear cut idea about to how much extent or how much return we need to get from that particular investment. So systematic risk is the risk that results from economy wide factors and affects all investment to varying extent. It is also called market risk and it is undiversifiable risk. So as I already told, the systematic risk is cannot be controlled or diversified, but it is very important to measure the systematic risk to know about the return that we must get from a particular investment. So beta coefficient is a measure of stock systematic risk. So a particular measure that is used to measure this systematic risk is known as beta coefficient. So beta of a particular stock means it is the systematic risk of that particular stock. So now we can see some interesting facts about this beta. It is a measure for calculating the systematic risk. So beta coefficient is a measure of systematic risk, and a higher beta coefficient means higher systematic risk, and a lower beta coefficient means lower systematic risk. A beta coefficient of 1 means the investment has a systematic risk equal to the average systematic risk of the whole market. So normally the beta coefficient or the beta of a particular share will be less than 1 or otherwise more than 1, or sometimes it may be equal to 1. So actually the beta of a particular share or a stock is a comparison to the systematic risk of or the beta of the whole market. We are actually having a comparison between the systematic risk of a particular share and the systematic risk of a particular market. So if the beta coefficient is 1, that means it is almost the systematic risk of the share is almost equal to the average systematic risk of the whole market. So remember, beta is a particular figure that will gives you a comparison between the systematic risk of a particular share or stock and the systematic risk of the whole market in which that particular share is traded. So the beta coefficient 1 means the systematic risk of that particular share or stock is equal to the average systematic risk of the whole market in which that share is traded. So beta is a measure of volatility or systematic risk of a security portfolio compared to the market as a whole. That's what I already told. So beta is used in the capital asset pricing model, which describe the relationship between the systematic risk and the expected return of the assets. So that's the importance of this particular beta. So beta is a measure of systematic risk. Why we are actually measuring the systematic risk? Because there is always a relationship between the systematic risk and the expected return of the asset. If we are seeing or when we are calculating the systematic risk or beta and we are getting a higher value, that means that particular share is having a higher systematic risk. So definitely an investor should get a higher rate of return from that particular asset. If we are calculating beta of a stock and we are getting a lower value, which means less than 1, that means we have a very less systematic risk. So the return from that particular investment will be also less. So in that way, the calculation of beta is very important, and the measurement of systematic risk or beta is that much important in portfolio management. Now we can see the types of beta values. Normally there are three types of beta values. When, as I already told, beta value is equal to 1, and when beta value is less than 1 and beta value is greater than 1. On the basis of the beta values, we can classify the shares or a particular stock into three categories. If beta value is less than 1, that means lesser systematic risk. Those shares or stock is known as defensive shares. If beta value is greater than 1, that means systematic risk is very high. So such kind of shares is known as aggressive shares. If beta value is equal to 1, that means it is a neutral share. So the beta of a share is almost equal to the average systematic risk of the market. So we can see in detail these three types of beta values. So as I already told, beta value is less than 1. That means systematic risk is less. So defensive shares. That means there is less systematic risk. So a beta value that is less than 1 means the security is theoretically less volatile than the market. That means the market will have a systematic risk, and this particular share is also having systematic risk. So the market is also having a systematic risk, and the particular share is also having a systematic risk. So the share's systematic risk is less than 1. That means these shares tend to go up slower than the market in a rising market and fall less than the market in a declining market. Imagine that the market is going up, or the market is showing a bullish trend. So the market tends to go up, so the whole market will rise in a greater speed. But since the beta value of that particular share is less than 1, even though the share will go up, it will go up slower than the market in a rising market. In a declining market, imagine that the market is declining in a faster rate, but since the beta value of the share is less than 1, definitely the share will fall, the share price will fall, but at a lesser rate than the market in the declining market. So that's why including the stock in a portfolio, including these kinds of stocks which is having less than 1 beta value, is safer. It is less risky, because if a declining happen in the market, this particular share's price will fall less than the whole market rate. And if something, if and the return factor is also affected, because in a rising market, even though the market rises in a faster rate, this particular share's price will go up slower, at a slower rate than the rising market. So that's all about the beta value and defensive shares. And see, when beta value is greater than 1, that means higher risk, higher systematic risk is there, and aggressive shares. So a beta that is greater than 1 indicates that the securities price is theoretically more volatile than the market. So the particular shares price will react in a what, increased manner than the market. So these shares tends to go up faster than the market in a rising market and fall more than the market in a declining market. So actually it is riskier to include these kinds of shares in your portfolio, because whatever changes happens, this particular shares price will have a double impact. That means if imagine that your market is declining, so the market is declining, the average market will decline, and the share which has having a beta value greater than 1 will fall more than this particular market. And if in the case of return, if it is in a rising market, then definitely we will get more return also, because this particular shares price will go up faster than the market. So more risk we are accepting and more return we will get. But in defensive share we are accepting less risk, so we will get less return. So that's why these are defensive share when beta value is less than 1, and here we are accepting more risk in a declining market, so we will get higher return in the rising market. So this is aggressive shares, and this is the case in which beta value is equal to 1. That means if a stock has a beta 1, it indicates the price activity is strongly correlated with the market. So the price of a share which exactly move like in the changes that happens in the market moves as same as the market. When the market goes up in the rate and the same rate, the share price also moves up. If the market goes down in the same rate, the share price will moves down. So these are the three types of shares. So in which beta value less than 1, that is defensive share. Aggressive shares when beta value greater than 1, when beta value is equal to 1, neutral shares. So when we are accommodating or when we are using or when we are selecting defensive share in our portfolio management, we are accepting less risk, so less return we can expect. If we are accepting or selecting aggressive shares in our portfolio, then definitely we are accepting more risk, so more return will also be there. And in neutral shares it is exactly as the market moves. So that's all about the different beta values. And the measurement of systematic risk or beta we are going to discuss in the next video. There are mainly two methods, using correlation method and using regression method. So measurement of beta or the measurement of systematic risk of a particular share can be calculated by using mainly two methods, using correlation method and using regression methods. These are the formulas for calculating beta in correlation method and in regression method. We can discuss problems and about this in the next video. And thank you.